Now we just want to talk about a little bit more of the moving parts, like what you kind of understood from that what the goal of the tool is, but a little bit of what actually goes into it is just from a three core features output sets that can come from Super Insight. We spoke a little bit about the visual generation, and this visual generation isn't just like visuals that can come from like a plotly based visual. We also integrate with the BI platforms that you use directly. So we can create these visuals directly with Amazon QuickSight itself and have that and have that surface directly to you. We also and then when we come to report generation, we integrate directly with your Amazon Redshift data warehouse, or even if your data isn't that mature, able to integrate with your Postgres or your Aurora DBs that are present as well. So connecting to the underlying Amazon data set that exists. And then we use Amazon SageMaker to then make forecasting based questions possible, starting to use the models that are registered within Amazon SageMaker to then help predict what some business specific KPIs will look like a week from now, a month from now, and whatever that timeline looks like. We can also use those to help classify some of the data and understand your customers better, and use it for customer segmentation, and then use that to tie back into the historical report generation that's there as well. So we've seen customers use this in various ways in various use cases that have all been essential into augmenting their entire reporting workstream. We integrate this tool directly within your Slack, your Teams environment, the communication platform you're used to, right? We don't want to take away from what you've already been driving with. We want to stick to your existing workflow and really have Super Insight be a co-pilot that exists within that workflow. The Super Insight also comes with this context-aware AI capabilities. Leveraging Amazon OpenSearch and other services, we're able to keep into context who the user is and the questions that they're asked previously, to help guide our answers around similar paths. If you're used to using an acronym or a name, specifically like a nickname for some of the data that you're looking at, and you mentioned that in the past, Super Insight is going to remember that in the future and be able to help answer your question on the first try itself, remembering the keys you provided earlier. We were able to schedule reports and automate when you get these data, so it's not always going to be user driven. It can also Super Insight can also be proactive, giving you real-time updates and scheduled reporting when you need it and wherever you need it. We would also be able to do trend comparisons, take current data and that you're seeing right now that's happening right now, and then compare that same data point to what it looked like a week ago, a year ago, wherever it really is, as long as that data exists. And this can be in the form of a pivot, or of a pivot table within Excel that Super Insight comes back with, but it can also be in a form of a visualization to show you how that trend has happened earlier. Super Insight is also not just this, it's not just this platform that, once you get your hands on it the first time, that's all the value that exists within it. We believe at Zeb, we constantly believe in self-evolving value and a tool creating further ROI on itself. And that's why we implemented the self-learning capabilities that Super Insight has, where not just remembering, the nicknames and the things you would provide earlier and the previous questions, it also understands where it went wrong, perhaps, right? Maybe it pulled the wrong data set or something that you weren't looking for, or something the organization specific term that Super Insight doesn't fully know yet. If you want to provide it that context as a user, it will be able to learn from that and for ongoing requests the next time, so that the next person who's using Super Insight doesn't face any issues. This has been using Super Insight. The core underlying platforms of the core underlying Amazon services have been essential to making this platform happen. We use Bedrock and Bedrock multi-agent capabilities to help handle that model interaction and then split out to these different agents to handle the visual generation, agents to handle actually breaking down that question and understanding it more and how it correlates to the business entities, agents that understand the data schema and able to generate queries against that data schema and then turn those queries into reports, and then as well as our agents that can help with the actual finding out the right model that's present within SageMaker and help predict what that data looks like, days or weeks from where the current time and place it's being asked.